All right, so thank you for taking your time with me today. So let's start your name or any nickname you go by.
Jay,
And how old are you?
56.
Yeah, and you're from here, Albuquerque? No, where are you from?
I'm an Army brat. I've been to every state but Hawaii.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's different everywhere you go.
Yeah.
East Coast, you got a mix of white and black. And down south, you have the Southern culture. Out west, Texas, there's a lot of Mexican population. Up north, it's mostly white. You know,
And so how long have you been here?
10 years.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about New Mexico? Or something that you think stands out from every other place you've been to, since you've been a lot of places?
Nothing. I don't like New Mexico.
Yeah.
I was in Denver, and I was gonna go out to Arizona for the winter because it's warmer there.
Yeah.
And I just been here. I'm a major alcoholic. I'm 56 years old. I've been drinking every day for 30 years. I grew up in a college town. I was going to cake parties in high school. Pay your $2, drink all the beer you can. You know, now I'm a major alcoholic. My liver's still good. When I get drunk, unless you know me or smell it, most people don't know I've been drinking. I've never been to jail for it. I don't get loud. I don't get obnoxious. I don't get in fights. I'm not gay, but I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. I really don't even like girls.
Yeah.
I think they're very superficial, and they like money.
So you've had a lot of time out here. What's a lesson you've learned?
The lesson I've learned,
Yeah.
many. As you get older, you learn more in life.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing out here now is drugs, fentanyl. You know, people are they're smoking that stuff.
Yeah.
Makes me glad I'm just an alcoholic. I don't do drugs. I'll smoke a little weed once in a while, but that really just weed makes me lazy and hungry. I just want to watch TV and eat.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I don't know.
What are your thoughts on that whole opioid epidemic going on out here?
The what?
What are your thoughts on the whole opioid epidemic going on out here?
Opioid?
Yeah, the fentanyl.
Oh, it makes me glad I'm just an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I don't do that drugs.
You seen anything crazy?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The theft is really bad here in Albuquerque. People steal to get their drugs. You know, if it's not nailed down, it's probably going to disappear. You know, that's how people survive. They steal. You know, I got a buddy, and that's all he does is he goes into the store, steals mostly candy, and then he goes back out here on the street, sells the candy, so he can buy his drugs. You know, it's how he gets by.
So like something like that, you think that's like something you think is like just crazy?
You know, people do what they have to do, and if they're drug addicts, they're motivated by doing drugs, then that's what's dominating their lives, is their drug use.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me, like I said, it makes me glad I'm just an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You know, I drink all the time, but unless you know me or smell it, most people don't know that I've been drinking.
Do you have a specific struggle you go through with that? Like something that maybe people don't seem to understand? Something that goes misunderstood about your whole situation?
Well, see, my situation is I lost my wallet. I don't have ID right now. And with the large native population here, natives get drunk and a lot of them get crazy. They, they just can't handle their alcohol. Me, I'm German and Irish, so I don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Taos one year, and I was staying at the homeless shelter, and the guy caught me drinking. I usually drink vodka in Gatorade bottles, you know, and he caught me drinking and poured it out and kicked me off the property. And on the way out of the property, his window was down on his car, so I spit in his window, and it pissed him off. He came over and took a swing at me. I just sidestepped him, and he missed and fell down, and you know, I don't know.
So how has this experience changed your view on people, or has it? Like, do you look at people differently?
I think most people are pretty stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't know about God. They, they're after their own thing, and most of the time, it's money, the love of the almighty dollar. You know, which I think everybody has that problem. Everybody needs money to do whatever they're going to do, whether they do drugs or they drink or whatever they do. You know, it takes money to get anything. You know, if you go around stealing all the time, eventually you're going to get caught and go to jail. And I don't make a habit of stealing. Once in a while, if it's there, I'm not perfect either. So, you know.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of motivation or anything that keeps you going through hard times?
Well, I think I've got it hard, but nobody puts a gun to my head and says drink. You know, it's my own choice. It's my own decision. And I don't have anybody to blame but myself.
Yeah.
You know, nobody makes me drink. I just, I've been doing it every day for 30 years, and I've had 2 heart attacks, and I don't want number 3. The doctor called the first one a Big Mac attack. You know, he said quit eating that junk, but you know, to eat good and healthy is not cheap. You can go to McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and you know, you can eat fairly cheap. To go to a nice restaurant and have a good meal is not cheap. And me being an alcoholic, I'm going to buy booze first, and then when I drink, I don't really have much of an appetite. The alcohol is, you know, takes away everything.
So with that being said, do you have anything you're proud of despite everything you've been through?
I don't think I'm in God's disfavor. I don't think he's mad at me. I don't worry about dying, if I'm going to go to heaven, or I don't feel, you know, I don't feel in trouble. I do a lot of things that are sinful, but one thing I don't do ever is take God's name in vain. You never hear GD coming out of my mouth, you know, and I hear people all the time, goddamn this, goddamn that, goddamn and goddamn. That's just, I think that's a big no-no, you know. God didn't damn you. You're like you are because you're human, you know, and the devil, you know, most people think the devil is some little red short guy burning in hell. The devil is alive and well, and I've been around him before, you know, and he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing, and he's out to get you.
Is there anything you want to share about your life before you got into the situation you're in now? Like jobs, anything? Because we have people tell us they're carpenters and like
even some skills you may have too, because like people see this video, you know.
Most of my work history has been either in construction or restaurants. I worked at Denny's for a couple years. I went to trade school for masonry. So, but like I told you guys, I lost my wallet. I don't have ID right now. And, you know, the cops can find out who you are in 2 minutes. But when it comes to that DMV, they're not easy to get ID out of. You know, they really want to, they're just jerks about it, you know.
Yeah. So with that being said, what's some support that's missing?
What's that?
What's some support that you think is missing?
Support
Yeah.
for what? People in general?
Yeah,
or
people in general. Like, what do you think they got missing out here? You know?
pet you have to take care of. You have to feed it. And I'm not codependent. You know, people have pets because they want attention or affection or, you know, I'm pretty much a loner. I'm not gay, but I don't have a girlfriend. Never been married. I really don't. I'm antisocial. I only have a couple friends, and they're my drinking buddies. You know, we drink together. Some days I'll have money for a bottle. Some days they'll have money for a bottle, and we drink together. But you know, I'm pretty much antisocial. I don't really like people for the most part. You know, and you know, everybody is got their own priorities. You know, mine is mostly alcohol. I drink like a fish. You know, and like I said, unless you know me or smell it, most people don't know I've been drinking. I don't get in trouble. Don't go to jail. I've been caught twice by the cops, and they don't give a crap. They make you pour it out and tell you to kick rocks. So I pour it out, yes sir, and then go around the corner and get another one.
Well, speaking about law enforcement, what do you think, like, how do you think they are out here? With the way they handle things, the way they do things, and just anything like that?
Well, you know, we need cops because people do a lot of stupid stuff. You know, we didn't have cops, people would be breaking the law all the time, robbing, stealing, hurting each other. So I think cops are important, you know, but a lot of them are not cool. I was in the other side of town, and I was crossing the street, and I cut the corner by about 5 or 6 feet. You know, I was in the crosswalk and then cut the corner, and the cop pulled me over, took me to jail. Yeah, I was like, what? Taking me to jail for jaywalking? Which I thought was a little too severe, you know, but they can be jerks, you know, and they get away with it, you know, so.
So with your experiences out here, what's some advice you'd give someone going through a similar hard time like you? Like people would say, like, you know, keep your head up, keep your faith, stuff like that. Because I know you believe in God and stuff like that. That's good. Keeping faith is good, and you know, stuff along those lines. It's really good.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody's different. Everybody has different priorities, but mostly everybody's chasing the almighty dollar, money, you know, and drug addicts are, their priority is drugs. My priority is alcohol. I've been drinking every day for 30 years, and alcohol withdrawals are dangerous. They can kill you. You can have a seizure or a stroke, and it's just hard times.
Do you have a specific experience out here that either you could say that you'll never forget, something that you'll never forget that happened out here, or something that changed you?
No, nothing real major. I just I'm not really a people person. I'm pretty antisocial. What's important to me is my alcoholism. I drink, and that's really all I care about. And since I lost my wallet and don't have ID, I pretty much I buy my alcohol and I leave the property. I don't stay around there and panhandle or get in trouble. I just, I pretty much stick to myself, and that's it.
You ever had or if you're comfortable sharing, have you ever had a moment out here where you just felt completely hopeless, like you just thought it was the end? And what happened?
No,
That's good.
I don't feel hopeless or like, oh no, what am I gonna do? This is it. I don't have those problems. Nobody puts a gun to my head and says drink. I do that on my own. So the only one I have to blame is me.
Yeah.
It's nobody else's fault that I'm an alcoholic. But it also makes me feel good that I see all these guys now. The big thing now is drugs, fentanyl. Everybody's getting high. Makes me glad I'm just an alcoholic. And I don't get in trouble unless you know me or smell it. Most people don't know I've been drinking. I don't go to jail for it. I was staying at the shelter out there, and one of the workers out there, he caught me, but I already drank most of the bottle. I only had a little bit left. And he said, give me that bottle. Well, since I drank it all, mostly already, I gave it to him. What the hell, Second time I got caught, I had just opened that bottle, and he caught me, and he said, give me that bottle, and I wouldn't give it to him. I said, no, buddy. Alcohol withdrawals are dangerous. They can kill you. I've already had 2 heart attacks, and the first heart attack was, when you're out here on the street, we eat mostly junk, Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, you know, is something you can afford. You know, to go eat a good meal somewhere, you're talking 20, 30 bucks. You know, it's not cheap. And with me being an alcoholic, I'm going to spend my money on booze first. You know?
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your story and your thoughts on Albuquerque. We'll go ahead and let you go. And your name was
Jay.
Jay. All right. Thank you, Jay.